The last classical physicist. Friends, sometimes I feel a great appreciation and admiration for certain scientists who I understand were quite successful in their research work, and one of them is our dear Niels Bohr, for me, the last great classical physicist. He had important basic visions and ideas, such as contemplating and proposing electron orbits around the atomic nucleus without energy loss, as well as the study of the emission or capture of energy by atoms when they give up or release electrons, or when they change, increase, the last orbit of the electrons to move on to the next one, with loss or capture of energy. Also, this last point is important from my point of view, since without being aware of it, he would have discovered why the ultraviolet catastrophe occurs in atoms. That is to say, when atoms proceed to activate a new external orbit, they need to inject energy into it to make it active, and with this they need to capture it from the outside, or prevent the excess energy from being emitted from within, that is, to capture, conserve and not emit the energy that we supply for the time necessary for this. So our friend Bohr had observed and discovered important principles of atomic physics, although he was not completely aware of them, and even less so of the changes that were coming in theoretical physics. Of course, then and without realizing it or being aware of it, we begin to enter a new era of physics, the era and model of physical abstraction, or if you will, of quantum mechanics. Until now everything was based mainly on the observation and deduction of how the physical nature of things worked, both at the micro and macrocosmic level. From now on, observation and deduction about real physical events would be replaced by the imagination of mental physical experiments, much faster, simpler, manageable, and without anything or anyone to contradict us. It is enough to give some rules or guidelines that others must follow. The square of the wave function must be taken as the possibility of finding a particle in such or such a place. And of course, this possibility does not have to be verified in practice, because that is no longer done in quantum mechanics, where one only works on a blackboard with supposed waves and supposed vectors, all of them very easy to handle and construct theoretically. And if for this we need to deny that in the microscopic world there can exist the common logic that we humans use, and where there are totally different laws, then all the contradictions that may arise are annulled. And what a relief it gives to all modern physicists! We no longer have to make an effort to observe and deduce, a matter that is very difficult in practice. With just our mind and some initial quantum ideas, we can reach the end of the world and of time with our simple mental abstractions, even if it is all pure fiction. Great! Of course, it is not surprising that there are millions of quantum physicists imagining all kinds of fictional worlds. Well, friends, forgive me for this criticism of quantum mechanics, but these are my points of view. Thanks to all.